Hey guys, Brian from Ball Guy Sci, and in this video, I want to give you a homework assignment for summer break. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, well, wherever you are, I'm sure that the school year is winding down. And whether you're watching this in 2021, that seems kind of weird, at the end of the school year or in a future school year, the same thing is going to apply. And that is what's going to stick. Have you taken time to reflect on what you've been through this school year, how you've changed both personally and professionally? So in this school year, we have learned all sorts of tech tools. I can't even go through all the new ones that I've learned this year. But to be honest, they don't all fit my teaching style. They don't all fit every lesson. They don't all fit my students. My school district actually banned one of them. And so you need to think to yourself, of all the things that you learned, that you tried out, what's going to stick? What did you like? What altered the way that you teach or the way your students learned or helped you interact with them on a different level? But for the most part, whether it's technology or not, this is the key. Are you reflecting, thinking back on your craft? Are you thinking through this school year, what went well, what didn't go well, what you want to do better, what you don't want to do again? Any of those things, and coming up with an action plan. So when I think through this year, I'm going to give you like 3 takeaways that I had with my students this year. And number 1 is that grades are a horrible substitute for feedback. What we need to give students is actionable, realistic, timely, coachable, tangible feedback on how they can improve, whether it's skills or whatnot. It's a challenging thing to do, particularly when you have full class sizes. I was on a hybrid model and I found it honestly hard to do with small group instruction. But I realized something, that a grade is meaningless if I don't tell them how to change. It's sort of like an autopsy, right? It's dead already, and now we're just moving on. And so that was number 1. I really want to strive to provide better feedback, coaching, individualized help with skills and move forward. Number 2 is I need to share so much more of my own loves in life. This year I took some time to share with the students one of my loves, which is photography. Now I don't get to do, photography and videography all that often outside of this channel, but when I do, I get a chance to share some of that with my students. I share with them pictures I've taken 20 years ago or 10 minutes before class started. I shared with them pictures that other people have taken that I just thought were awesome. Now, as a science teacher, this could tie into my curriculum of like, what do you notice? What do you wonder? Natural phenomena, and drives curiosity in the scientific process. But even if it doesn't, it still fostered this appreciation of nature, of art, and it was who I am. And so sharing with students who you are at the very core and letting them see the real you just breaks down those barriers. And you all know this year we had barriers. We had masks. We had 6 feet. Some of you may have had dividers. We're constantly cleaning things, and kids had to endure all these weird transitions. Well, in the midst of that, did they connect with you? And if not, what could you do to connect with them on a deeper level? I mean, you're still going to be professional, but you can let them see who you really are. And with that, I always shared with the students a quote. I started doing this a few years ago, and then I realized this character education quote that is about helping them see, kind of leadership or hope, positivity, those types of ideas every day for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it might be. It's probably more valuable than what I'm teaching in my class. I may teach science, but I don't. I teach human beings. And my goal is to make them better human beings. I think John Wooden is the guy who said, I don't teach men to play basketball. I teach men to be better men that just happen to play basketball. I'm sure I'm ruining that phrase, but that's the idea, is we teach students. And we need to teach them about being better human beings for the future. And I think that's outside of our curriculum. And number 3 is fun and student choice. When we got into this restrictive mindset of COVID, and in my particular district, people were saying, well, you're going to cover 40% or 50% or whatever it is of your curriculum through the year. I could see some teachers anxious and worried that they weren't going to get through it all. And I think I had this realization that that doesn't matter. Maybe what I should be doing, sparking student curiosity, finding out what they want to know, and then seeing how I could teach some of the things that fit in my 7th grade curriculum into what they want to know. There's a million ways that I could teach my particular content. Why not do it in a way that's interesting and driven by the students? So taking a time out, even if it's once in a while, and just having, I call them my science days. What do you guys want to learn? And we learned stuff together. And it was a really valuable lesson. I'm a lifelong learner. Just because you guys came up with the information doesn't mean I know it all. And so to have a little fun with my students, a little curiosity, was a huge takeaway for me in 2021. And I'm definitely not going back. What is going to stick for you? What are you going to do next year, whether it's tech, whatever it is? I want to start a conversation. So I'd love to hear from you guys. And in the fall, let's kick some class together. See ya.